Have you ever tried to set a boundary with someone? Something simple, healthy, reasonable, and suddenly they act offended, angry, confused, or victimized, as if you committed a crime against them? You set one small limit, and their whole personality shifts. Why does this happen? Why do toxic people react so violently to boundaries when healthy people respect them? Today, we're breaking down why toxic people hate boundaries and the psychology behind their reactions, because once you understand this, their behavior will make complete sense. Number 1, boundaries remove their access to controlling you. Toxic people thrive on power over your emotions, power over your time, power over your reactions, power over your decisions. A boundary is a locked door that they cannot walk through without permission. To them, that's not a limit. That's a threat. If they can't control you anymore, they lose their sense of superiority. The formula is simple. No boundary, they're in control. Boundary, you're in control. And toxic people can't stand losing control. Number 2, boundaries burst the bubble of entitlement. Toxic people truly believe, consciously or not, that they are entitled to your attention, your time, your emotional labor, your patience, your forgiveness, your energy, your silence. They believe they have a right to your space. So when you set a boundary, they react like, "How dare you take something that belongs to me? How dare you tell me no? I deserve access to you whenever I want." Your limit challenges their entitlement, and entitlement hates limits. Number 3, boundaries expose their bad behavior, and they don't want to see it. When you set a boundary like, "Please don't yell at me, I won't tolerate disrespect," or "If you disappear for days, I won't continue this dynamic," you're indirectly saying, "I see what you're doing. I'm not okay with it. I'm not pretending anymore." Boundaries shine light on behavior they want to hide. They prefer relationships where the other person stays quiet, confused, and forgiving because accountability terrifies them. Number 4, boundaries remove the emotional shortcuts they rely on. Toxic people don't use communication. They use manipulation. They use guilt instead of honesty. They use pressure instead of conversation. They use silence instead of problem solving. They use anger instead of vulnerability. A boundary forces them to behave maturely, something they don't know how to do. They can't guilt you if you don't accept guilt. They can't pressure you if you stand firm. They can't confuse you if your boundary is clear. Boundaries expose their lack of healthy skills. Number 5, boundaries remind them that they don't own you. This is the part they'll never admit. Toxic people don't see you as a separate individual with your own needs, limits, preferences, or feelings. They see you as an extension of themselves, someone who should agree when they want, be available when they want, stay quiet when they want, not challenge them, not question them, not pull away. You break this illusion the moment you say, "I'm not comfortable with that. I don't allow this behavior. I'm choosing what's best for me." Your independence threatens their illusion of ownership. Number 6, boundaries destroy the chaos they depend on. Toxic people need chaos to stay in control. If they can keep you emotionally reactive, angry, hurt, confused, guilty, they can manipulate you more easily. Boundaries create stability, and stable people are harder to control. When you say, "No, I'm not discussing this when you're yelling. I need space. I'm not doing that anymore," you remove the emotional instability they use as leverage. They can't pull your strings if you stop handing them the strings. Number 7. Boundaries force them to change, and they don't want to. Healthy people adjust when someone sets a boundary. Toxic people resist because changing means taking responsibility, reflecting on their behavior, learning emotional skills, respecting other people's needs. They don't want to grow. They don't want accountability. They don't want to meet you halfway. They want you to lower your boundary instead of them raising their behavior. Number 8. Boundaries take away the drama supply they feed on. Some toxic people are addicted to drama. They love arguments, emotional explosions, chaotic highs and lows. It gives them emotional stimulation. But boundaries kill drama. They force conversations to be calm, direct, and honest, which is boring to someone who relies on emotional chaos to feel alive or powerful. Number 9. Boundaries reveal who someone truly is. A healthy person responds with, "Thank you for telling me. I didn't know that bothered you. I'll do better. I respect your limit." A toxic person responds with, "You're overreacting. You're selfish. You're dramatic. You're trying to control me. You've changed." Or the classic silent treatment. Your boundary doesn't create their reaction. It exposes their character. Number 10. Deep down, they fear losing access to you. This is the truth behind all their anger. Toxic people fear abandonment more than they fear anything else, and a boundary feels like a step toward separation. It tells them, "You're not the center of my world. You don't control me. I'm willing to walk away if needed." That terrifies them. So instead of saying, "I'm scared of losing you," they attack your boundary so they never have to face that fear. The truth? Healthy people respect boundaries. Toxic people are exposed by them. A boundary doesn't push a good person away. It filters out the wrong ones. If someone hates your boundaries, they were benefiting from you not having any. Remember, people who love you want you safe. People who use you want you silent. And the moment you stop being easy to manipulate, you become difficult to toxic people. Wear that label proudly. If this video helped you understand why toxic people resist boundaries, hit like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, have you ever had someone get angry when you set a simple boundary? Your story